Hey, what's up guys, Robux here and welcome back to some more of the MotoGP 2019 mod. It's been a while since we've actually raced the MotoGP class on this mod, so I thought, you know, why not do another race? So I thought I'd go in straight as Jorge Lornezo, be heading out to Malaysia at the Sepang International Circuit because that is where the testing in a few weeks is coming up. So we will see like the brand new Ducati out on track, which is launched yesterday. So it'll be interesting to see that out on track and some of the new bikes on track. But anyway, we're going to be doing a race there. We're going to get in. We're currently at 95% difficulty. We'll be starting from the back, so that'll be fine. Go for 25% race. That's 4 laps around here. It is a very long track. But Lorenzo has a bit of history at this track. I mean, Malaysia in 2015, where that really confirmed that and gave him a massive opportunity to take the title, which he did out of the next race at Valencia. Rossi with that penalty, obviously, for them. But anyway, let's not talk about that. Let's get into the race. Jorge Lornezo on the Honda for his 2019 bike. This is the MotoGP 2019 mod for MotoGP 18 game on the PC. You can only mod it on the PC, so let's get straight into it. Right then, here you go. You can see Dovizioso, our former teammate, of course, to Lorenzo out on pole position. So let's see what we can do. Time for the back of the grid. So our front row is Dovi, then our teammate Marquez, then Valentino Rossi, then Vinales with the new number 12. And looking a bit further down the grid, you can see there's Johan Mir within the top 10 at qualifying, so that's pretty good. But anyway, we're getting ready to go racing here at Sepang, a very, very long track ahead of us. I think it's the longest track on the calendar, to be honest. Looking at over 2-minute lap times, I believe. So let's see what we can do. So I'm on the back of the grid. Jorge Lorenzo, what can you do? Trying to weave through the traffic there as we get a good start. But here we go into turn number 1 then, all over the curb. Watch out, it's very bumpy. Oh my god, we're all over the grass. Right, I've had to back out of that one massively, and we're only up into P18, P17, P16. Come on, Lorenzo, let's hold it round here. Do some good. There is the Ducati of Petrucci. He's going to be one to make his way up through the field because 11th place on that Factory Duke is not what the team want. Oh, I had to lift out of that one a little bit there. I had to avoid the contact. Trying to break into the top 10, but we're just struggling there. We took the wrong line, but we come the inside one for the next corner, which we'll use. Tuck in behind the KTM. Wonder what KTM will be like in this season coming up. I mean, they should do pretty well. I think this could be a good year for them, especially with Johan Zarco on board now. Good rider, very quick, very young, good talent. Maybe he can make him into a decent factory team. But here we go anyway, trying to get underneath Petrucci. Lorenzo's replacement, that was very aggressive then. Who was out really wide there? Was that Valentino or was that the Suzuki? I'm not quite sure who it is, but we're tucked in behind Valle now. See if we can make way. See if we can get underneath him. Yes, we can. We just had to pause it there for a screenshot, and actually Valentino's got back through on us underneath us. He had the inside line. Was able to carry the momentum through, and here we go. Coming onto the back straight then, this is where we're going to be able to pick up the slipstream. This Honda pretty quick on this game in a straight line. Quicker than the Yamaha, but not as quick as the Ducati, and Valentino gets caught up there behind Crutchlow. We come up the inside, and look at that, up the inside of the Suzuki there. That is good for us, and my god, look at that. Crutchlow up our inside, Jack Miller up our inside on that Ducati. And you can see Dovi a 202.6. We do a 203.9. We work on through the field and Valentino put in pressure. We're on the curb again. This is going to cost us there. Again, we have to be very cautious. Make a little bit of contact with Crutchlow. On the other factory Honda, obviously at LCR. There we go, we're through on Crutchlow. Up into P4. And we've got the podium runners just ahead of us. So these are going to be tougher to pass. Obviously, coming from the back of the grid, the further up the field you get, the harder it's going to be to make way and get through. But our teammate Marc Marquez currently leading this race. And then it is the Ducati of Dovi and then the Yamaha of Vinales. So one of each of the top 3 manufacturers in this sport leading the way. And it's going to come down. It's all going to come down to probably the final corner. Who comes out on top of the final corner? Obviously a massive bit of slipstream there. We're going to join the fight for Honda, of course. and battle it out with our teammate, and this could be the story of next season. you could always see that Lorenzo and Marquez getting into some battles next season, especially if Lorenzo can hit the ground running like he sort of did last season when it got to Mugello. Then he won Mugello and won races back to back for Ducati. But can he do the same? Oh my god, contact with Dovi there. We took a much tighter line, tried to get up his inside, and that is really off-putting there. That's really disturbed his run, but there we go, that Ducati is quick. And look at these guys getting away from us. Oh, brakes a little bit too early there, coming to the final corner. We've got 2 laps to go now, halfway through this race. Crutchlow's on the back of us again, and we can't put the power down because he's just riding into the back of us. And here's Johan Mir. My god, didn't even see him coming. Look at Mir. He's thinking about it up the inside, isn't he? But this time we get turn 1 perfect. Pretty much perfect. Could have braked a little bit later, I think, but a bit cautious on the brakes since we haven't been the best so far this race through turn 1. We're out wide at turn 3, haven't done that yet. As you can see from the lap times, Marquez much quicker on this Honda. He's obviously used to it, so is Lorenzo going to have the pace next season? Ooh, it might take him a few races to get into it. That's why testing is going to be crucial for him. And the first practice session to get used to that Honda and take the fight to Marquez. I really hope he can, because that is going to be an epic team battle. And it could give opportunity for, say, Dovi at Ducati. If those two are fighting a lot, there isn't going to be... They could take each other off or something, and that could give an opportunity for, say, Dovi at Ducati or Vinales or Rossi at Yamaha to maybe have a go at the title as well. Whereas before it was Honda and it was Marquez, and it was only Marquez. So, yeah, that could get interesting. Marquez hasn't ever had the issue of a teammate to get in the way or put pressure on him, internal pressure. He hasn't had that before. So it could be a mate for an interesting season. I really hope it does, but we're coming up to the final lap. So if I can clear these guys at the final corner, I can then bolt and try and push onto the back of our teammate. But Marquez is pulling away from the guys ahead. So it could look like Marquez takes the win here, but we've got 1 more lap to go. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. And as I say, Johan Mir again all over the back of us. He's trying to come through. He's trying to come through, but is he going to be able to make it stick? 57.4 from Marquez, we can do a 57.9, and look at the straight line speed. We've been affected. We've got a slight bit of damage there. You look in the bottom right, and that's why our straight line speed isn't working. You see it's where there's a little grey bit where the windscreen is on the diagram in the bottom right. That means there's a tiny bit of damage, and if you get a tiny bit of damage, it affects your speed. And it is such an annoying thing about this game, like it's a tiny bit of damage, and it affects us massively. So that's why we're starting to drop off. Oh man, that is annoying. We're so close to a podium, but it affects your straight line speed more than anything. And around a track like this, you can see, look at Mir. Mir's trying to take 4th place from us. We're going to have to hold him. Going to have to try. But Mir's all over the back of us. Come on, let's push onto the back of Dovi and Vinales. We're closing them down. 0.3 is the gap now. If these two battle, it's going to give us an opportunity. Maybe we can get a 1-2 for Honda. Come on. Can we break up the inside of Dovi and Vinales? But the brakes just don't want to work, and we run deep. That's cost us. That has cost us some time. And we're back in behind Dovi and Vinales. Taking that tighter line. Oh, I can't get up the inside of Dovi. Just tried to thought if I stick my nose up the inside, be aggressive, be a bit cheeky, it would disturb his rhythm. Wasn't meant to be, but here we go, turn 12. Coming to turn 13. Can we do something up the inside? Yes, we can. Can we hold it down the straight? And we make contact with Vinales there. Get away with it. He holds on. Good job he held on, or else we'd have done a Valentino Rossi. But here we go. Struggling with straight line speed. And here comes the absolute rocket of that GP18 bike. Can we up the inside of Vinales? No, we go out deep. Is Dovi going to get us? He's going to try. He comes back up the inside. He's going to accelerate out with that Ducati. Side by side. He's just going to nudge us there. You see the difference of the Ducati GP bike compared to the Honda in that season. Oh, it's just so quick, so quick. He was always going to beat us. He was always going to beat us unless we had some slipstream. But even with a slipstream, that Ducati accelerates too quick. So we end up in 4th place, as we were. So that's okay though, not too bad. So that's it for this video. If you did enjoy and want to see more, let me know which tracks and which riders you want me to do, and I'll get back into doing these MotoGP 19 mod videos. So for now, I will see you in the next one.
Today's result was very positive, as you can tell from the mechanics' reaction in the pit. Of course, there's still a little more to go to make the podium, but they are definitely on the right path.